Well, it has been a while since I last talked about Jodan Sancho, but we're having some two good articles coming in from the Times and the Guardian talking about Jodan Sancho's current situation at Man United, as more is going to hate to be exposed about him and why it looks like he's not really okay with being at the club of Manchester United. It's a Thursday. It's really lunchtime by the time of recording. Hope you guys are going to hate to have your lunch. And I know by the names of Rock and David. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. And it's really the first video of the day, and we are yet obviously coming through and give you the best that you people deserve onto this beautiful channel of ours. And continue to subscribe. How do you subscribe? Lower right bottom corner, smash the black button that has the word subscribe, or smashing hit the notification bell that will enable you get notified every time I upload a video onto this YouTube channel. Now, as of now, it looks like everything is really coming to the right way where Erik ten Hag wants it, and clubs are obviously showing interest in Jodan Sancho and they want him out. Now, the first story came in from the Guardian Sport, and they told us the following about Jodan Sancho: that Man United were working with Jodan Sancho on his behavior before he was dropped for the Arsenal game, and Erik ten Hag would be open to reintegrating him into the first team where he to receive an apology. So we all know the reason as to why he's obviously not really in the team. An apology has been called in for, and this time round his behavior has been not well at the club of Manchester United. Say, in the build-up to the Arsenal match, the young trio Dan Gore, Facundo Pellistri and Hannibal Mejbri had burst a gut in training, and in Ten Hag's eyes, it would have been unfair if they were left out of the squad, so he dropped Jodan Sancho. Now, the fact is, we all love Jodan Sancho, but we'll never at any point look at Erik ten Hag as a liar. That is it. Because if lies were obviously the reason as to why Jodan Sancho is out of the team of Man United, then all the players of Man United have gone ahead to line up and obviously persuade Jodan Sancho to say an apology. Wouldn't have gone ahead to do it. It looks like there is a lot of mess Jodan Sancho is doing at Carrington, and even these players obviously seeing it. Remember, like a month back, we got a story coming in from Samuel Lucas that Jodan Sancho has been a player at the club whose mentality has been questioned by many. You know, he's hardly had to understand, and is kind of person who is obviously not having what we call the big team mentality to kick the ball for the club of Manchester United. And it shows you that amongst all players at Man United, if Ronaldo really was thrown out, why not Jodan Sancho? All what we need is sanity to obviously be brought back at the club of Manchester United. Erik ten Hag was really hard saying that all what he was required for by the team was to come back and set standards that are really so high that every player should fit in to see to it that we match the levels of Man City and other teams in the world. You know, to be an elite team, mentality is first, disciplinary comes also into the queue. So we have to obviously back the manager, because the moment you back the players against the manager, that's the end of the club. Then Time Sport said Jodan Sancho was late for one journey on pre-season, but those close to him insist he does not have a problem with timekeeping. Those who know him say that if he is out with a group of friends, he's the person most likely to turn in early. Now, this is what we call damage control. You know, because Sancho knows that he needs to obviously find a club that's going to sign him in the January transfer window. He needs to put out such a tweet to see to it that, he needs to put such a story through his intermediaries or his entourage to not do what we call the damage. You know, this story is countering all the stories being put out into the media about Jodan Sancho. And I think Sancho won't fail to get where to play football next. That is it. He's obviously going to go out and become a very good player, because no one doubts the talent of Jodan Sancho, but the problem is the mentality that is in question of Jodan Sancho. He has always gone ahead to really look like he's really one of those players that doesn't really care a lot And this takes us back to Ralf Rangnick, by the way, because Ralf Rangnick was one of the interim managers who questioned the mentality of the players that Man United is signing. And by so doing, he was talking about Jodan Sancho, because the high press, the intensity, the relentlessness that is being put on the head of play by the players of Man United does not equate to the salary that these players really earn. I think I came here one day and I read to you the player salaries of Manchester City and Liverpool. Manchester City, I think, has only 3 players who are really earning huge sums of money. Kevin De Bruyne, earning close to £400,000 a week, and Erling Haaland, who's at £370,000 a week, who might be earning £500,000 by the end of the season. That is it. But the rest of the players, the Ruben Diaz's, are earning £250,000 a week that Harry Maguire is earning at Manchester United. But when you look at the input of these players, is it really equivalent to the amount of money they really put in? The answer is no. So, allow me let you know that if Sancho is to leave Manchester United, I wish him the best of luck, because right now all we need is to shape this club with players of the right mentality. If it means phasing out other players and Ten Hag brings in new players, let's start a new job that obviously going to see us really getting to where we deserve to be. And Sancho has a very huge offer on table, and the Times have confirmed to us that Edin Terzic has been in touch with Jodan Sancho. His peers at Borussia Dortmund have discussed the possibility of Sancho returning in January, but are unwilling to cover his £300,000 a week wages, or pay anywhere near the £73 million they received for him. So, Borussia Dortmund has gone ahead to put in what we call defense for themselves, that however much we want the player, we are not willing to obviously pay the amount of money that United bought him for, that is £73 million, and we're not willing to offer him that salary. Now, if you're Jodan Sancho, what do? All you have to do is get a team that's going to give you ample playing time in the remaining 6 months of the season, especially because the January transfer window is obviously going to be starting on the 1st of January. And then after that, you get some good quality time. Then you continue to really see whether you're obviously going to get bought by other teams. I've seen teams like Barcelona interested in Jodan Sancho. Juventus is interested in Jodan Sancho, and these teams are obviously willing to offer money for Jodan Sancho. And for Juventus, I brought you a story that they are willing even to get him on a loan with a mandatory buy clause of £60 million. That is Jodan Sancho for you. And this time round, it has really gone ahead to find us in a situation that we need the money. So if at all Juventus is obviously doing that, let that happen. And for the January transfer window, we all know that the team cannot cover all his full wages, and they'll just have to obviously find themselves in a situation of coming in through and saying, let's give you a loan fee of like £6 million, and then £3 or £4 million, then you get us to where we want to be as a team, of the side of Manchester United. So I think that deal can be worked out well, and I think an apology of Jodan Sancho is not going to come in. That is it. But to me, I'm only happy of how the club has gone ahead to side with the manager, because for any elite club, you have to side with your manager to keep yourself going. At teams like Arsenal, the likes of Patrick Vieira were kicked out by Arsene Wenger. When you look at Manchester United, David Beckham, Ruud van Nistelrooy, Eric Cantona, Peter Schmeichel, Andy Cole, and all these players, by the time Ferguson kicked them out, it wasn't that they are not really at the world stage levels. These were world-class players, but he really had to value the disciplinary code of the club of Man United and what this is going to be all about. So he chose to see to it that he throws these players out, and after throwing them out, he obviously found himself in a situation of really really doing the needful. So that is it coming in from Jodan Sancho. So your thoughts on him being exposed to the max are welcome in the comment section below. What do you think should be done at the club of Manchester United known to see us sign such players of weak mentality that cannot weather through the storm? Because for Jodan Sancho, it was a matter of him weathering through the storm. If he kept in tight a little bit and paused, he would have gone ahead to get a chance to play some 5-6 games for Man United when Anthony was out, a player that he really presumes that Erik ten Hag favors. And we all know that every manager has a player he favors, and Anthony is one of those that Erik ten Hag favors, but he had a chance to come in through and prove him wrong. But by the time Anthony had obviously hung his boots to go to Brazil and settle his cases with Gabriela, the ex-lover, nothing could come back because Sancho had already thrown in that huge post on his X, and he couldn't obviously take it down after 8 days when John Mata really intervened, and obviously things went on that way. So I say that for now. See you later. I'm going to bring you the match preview of United versus Sheffield onto the next coming hours. May the living to God bless you abundantly. Rock and David remains my name. See you when you see me. A sign out. Bye bye.